So the Browns have Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry, two veteran wide receivers who know all the tricks. And a guy who's most excited about that is Greg Newsome, the first-round pick who is fighting to win that starting spot opposite Denzel Ward. He's excited to see what he can learn from going against two veteran wide receivers every day in training camp.
I mean, those are arguably two of the best receivers in the whole entire NFL. So playing against them and practicing against them each week would definitely prepare me for whoever I have to guard going into the upcoming game week. So it'll definitely be great practicing against those guys.
You're getting yourself ready to play. Obviously, put yourself in a competition for a starting job during this.
Oh yeah, for sure. Nothing is given. Everything is earned. I mean, at this point, I'm trying to learn from some of those older guys like Greedy and Denzel and Troy, and just learn the coverages, like I said, and just go out there and try to compete as best as I can. And whatever coach needs me to do, that's what I'm gonna have to do. No, I think competition is competition. Coming to a team like this that's in win now mode and has a great room that I'm going to be a part of is just going to boost everyone's ability. So competition is going to be great in that room.
And Mac, I like the fact that he knows he has to earn it. He's talking about competition, and he sees the Browns in win now mode. So those are some things to kind of think about from your first round pick, who you took, with your first pick in the draft.
Yeah, and I love the competitive fire where, a lot of times, like certain players, they might necessarily back down a little bit when they're dealing with some of these other players who might come in and think that, this is my job. I'm the first round pick. I should be playing from day one. Whereas the approach that you're seeing out of Newsome is, look, as the adage goes, iron sharpens iron. So, seeing that competition, him going against Greedy, another talented player, second round pick just 2 years ago, I look at Newsome and I think that this is just a phenomenal situation for him as a whole, because not only does he get a chance to learn under guys like Denzel Ward, Troy Hill, and even the safeties as well, John Johnson and those guys as well. On top of that too, he also gets to cover these guys like a Jarvis Landry, like an Odell Beckham, where he can go ahead, cover them in the slot, cover them outside. He can go ahead and do that and learn each and every day. And that's going to go a long way when dealing with other guys, when he's going up against a Tyreek Hill or going up against some of these other guys, across the league when it comes to these wide receivers that he's going to have to cover. I mean, hell, he's going to have to cover Devontae Adams by the end of the year. So, with the way that he's going to be able to cover these guys, in training camp, day in, day out, that's just going to do nothing but help him in the long run.
Yeah, and the other thing is his approach. I'm sure the veterans love to hear a young guy who was drafted that highly who says, yeah, I got to come in and earn it. So very mature, and keep in mind, a young guy, first-round player in Greg Newsome.